Excited about continuing to play this week. Excited about playing a home game, and postseason is fun. And hopefully our guys, and I think they will be, excited about playing and have an opportunity to win a championship.
Hey Frank, can you talk about FAU, I guess, first of all, and sort of what you expect from them?
Much improved team from last year. They were a very young team last year. Obviously, they win their league, talented, guard-oriented. Ray Taylor, Richardson, Gant, all very good guard players. I mean, just really talented. And their post guy, Royster, shot blocker, two-time Defensive Player of the Year. Very athletic, and just knew they were going to have a good team after we played them last year. Because they were so young, and a very talented group. I mean, they'll be a really tough matchup for us this first game.
Playing a team that's local, does that add a little bit of excitement to it?
I mean, I think our guys are just excited about the opportunity to play. I don't know if it matters who plays, and hopefully that's what we want, to have the energy. I think the thought of the committee probably would hope that the local team would help the attendance, a team that could travel and bring some fans over, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure FAU will have some folks here in the house.
After you won that first ACC tournament game, I mean, did you sort of know you were going to be in the NIT for sure, or were you still a little nervous about it?
Well, you never know, but I think obviously our numbers are very good. Matt, I think when you look at our RPI and strength of schedule and getting a 2 seed, there's no question we're probably one of the final. Even though the TV experts never mention Miami, I think you got to look at our seeding and know that we're in the conversation of the committee and being in that final 8 selection of teams that had a chance to get in the NCAA tournament.
I was kind of wondering at the time, though, I was looking at, I thought if 6 ACC teams made the NCAA, that you were in pretty good shape, but when it didn't, I thought maybe there was a little bit of shakiness there, because I didn't know how many ACC teams they were going to take out. But this is a committee, I'm not sure how much attention do they pay to that anymore.
Well, I think the NCAA bought the NIT, so
right.
they work together. I think that there's definitely, the NIT is, since I know it was 3 years now, I think they've changed their format to be like the NCAA tournament in their seeding and which, we had 14 automatic bids in the NIT, which means there's 14 teams that won their conference but did not win the tournament. So, which left very few, automatic bids. I mean, not automatic bids. Teams like us. Selections. So, very few of those, and then we were very fortunate to be one of those teams. And you look at our league, there's teams like Maryland and Virginia didn't get an NIT bid. I mean, we're very fortunate.
And obviously, the focus is on winning the NIT, but I also want to ask you, how important this is towards next year with everyone coming back basically except Adrian. I mean, how much do you sort of hope, or I guess what do you sort of hope to see from this group in the NIT that will make these guys sort of go into next year with a sense of excitement and knowing things on the right track type of thing?
Well, there's 2 things we want to get accomplished, and that's the opportunity to continue to play, to get better as a team, and more court time, more opportunities for these young guys to get a chance to play. There's no question it helps our team, but competing in a tournament hopefully will springboard us to compete in the NCAA tournament next year. So there's no question there's all kinds of positive with the plan here this week, and there's so many people have unlaced their shoes for the last time, and we get a chance to lace them up.
Michael, what's the feeling of you guys kind of put the loss to North Carolina aside now at this point? What was the process there?
I know for me personally, I heard it for a couple of days after, but once we got the news that we were being selected to play in the NIT, it was like our own little NCAA. We were so excited, everybody was jumping around, and we just had the opportunity to play more games and to get better as a team, and to have more games for Adrian Thomas, because after this, he would never be able to play as a Miami Hurricane again.
What would that mean to you if you guys can get to Madison Square Garden and get a chance to play in New York?
That's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about FAU and what it's going to take for us to just stay together, keep playing good basketball, and if we get to that God, man, I'm going to go crazy.
Ryan, what can a tournament like this do you feel like do for you to get to play in the postseason, get that experience?
I mean, you know, it helps me going into next year. You just get a little bit more games under my belt, some more experience. But it'll just be a great I'm sorry.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, great opportunity to, you know, get there and, you know, get better.
what was the ACC tournament like for you? First thing to get a chance to play in there.
Oh, it was great. The atmosphere was great, especially the North Carolina game. You know, when you get that many fans in one building, whether they're with you or against you, you know, it still always, you know, hypes you up a little bit. So that was a great experience to get there and, you know, see that.
And Ryan, are you feeling comfortable now as a starter as opposed to, you know, coming off the bench for pretty much the whole season?
I mean, you know, it's basically the same. You know, either way, I'm going to come in and play hard and, you know, do what I can do to help the team. Just whatever I can do.
What do you think maybe you've progressed most doing, you know, throughout this season? What have you gotten, you know, more comfortable at or a lot better at?
I'll probably say decision making. You know, I still make, you know, turnovers, but at the beginning of the year, you know, I can really tell now that, you know, I'm thinking the game a lot more, you know, knowing what I can do and when to do it and when not to do it. So I'm just getting a lot more comfortable, you know, with the ball and just making decisions.
Frank, is that a pretty good assessment?
That's 100%. He's right on it. I mean, I think his decision making, his ball handling, understanding of the flow of the game. The game is, when you become a better player, the game slows down for you. Like when you first starting a game, everything is so fast, and that's the hardest thing for a young player to understand, to grasp. When you get better, the game starts to slow down, and that is what has happened to Ryan. I think the game is starting to slow down. He's starting to see it better and make better decisions.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.